Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm very grateful to be called on this important debate. And let me just say at the very start, I will do this afternoon what's in the best interest of the country and what's in the best interest of my constituents by not supporting this deal. And I just have to say at the start, I was very disappointed by the Leader of the SNP's contribution to this debate. We agree on 95% of everything in this particular EU debate, and to attack the Labour Party perhaps just shows where their thought processes are at the moment, rather than trying to attack the government for the deal that they've got in front of us. Let's not forget, Mr. Speaker, that the House voted for this process against the government's wishes. And one thing we can all say with great certainty is since mid-November last year, nothing has changed. Neither has it changed in this withdrawal agreement, nor has it changed in the political declaration. The only thing that has changed is the Attorney-General's legal advice. And if you ask a lawyer the conclusion that you want and pay that lawyer for that conclusion, you're likely to get the conclusion that you're looking for. There is no trust in this place with the government. We have tried to do everything we can as a parliament and had to drag the government through hedges to get to a place whereby we can even have this proper debate. And today, of course, I won't give way because it would mean my colleagues in the backbenches won't get a chance to speak. Today is the 29th of March, the day that we should have left the European Union. So it would be a good day to look at the government and the Leave campaign's report card on where we should have been at today's date. So, where is the extra £350 million Brexit bonanza for our NHS? It is not there. Where is the easiest trade deal in history? Not only is it not the easiest trade deal in history, but the government are having to take it out of this particular debate to get their deal through. Where is taking back control, when indeed we are ceding control? Where is the no border on the island of Ireland, when it's the solution can't be found by the government because of the red lines they set themselves? Where are the 40 bilateral trade deals that we would just have rolled over by midnight tonight? Where is the cap and the reduction in net migration? It can't be met. Where is more money going into our public services when £4.2 billion is being spent on no deal? These aren't just broken promises, Mr. Speaker, they also broke the law. There is no sunny uplands in this process, and today we should all say loud and clear that we're slaying the unicorns once and for all. This is not meaningful vote 3, this is meaningful vote 2.5. The government aren't complying with their own legislation, and they know it. And my honourable friend from Leeds Central was absolutely right. There is nothing wrong with selling your house, but you have to know where you're going to go next. And the government are asking us to sell the house without knowing where we go next. And it's not just not knowing where we go next with the political declaration. We don't know who will even be doing that negotiation. This is a blind Brexit with a blind Prime Minister and a blind government. And my honourable friend, who made a wonderful speech from the front bench, the Shadow Attorney-General, was absolutely correct that this entire debate about a future relationship with the European Union will be conducted by a Conservative leadership election that could provide a Prime Minister that will rip up the political declaration and take us to territory that we do not want to be taken into. And what happens if this motion does pass today, but then the political declaration doesn't pass, or indeed the implementation bill doesn't pass? My honourable friend from Leeds Central was absolutely correct. We end up in a situation again come the 22nd of May where it is the Prime Minister's deal or no deal, with no opportunity to extend the process. The Prime Minister in this whole process is indeed the shopkeeper in the Monty Python sketch of the dead Norwegian parrot, and this Parliament is Mr Praline, because it's quite clear that her deal is no more. It has ceased to exist. It is bereft of life. It rests in peace. It's a deal that's being nailed to its perch. It's an ex-parrot. It is an ex-deal. And interestingly, at the end of that particular sketch, the shopkeeper says, "This is getting silly," and the sketch gives up. Prime Minister and Government, this is getting silly. Give up and listen to this House. Very good. We may, Mr Speaker, end up having to revoke Article 50 come the 22nd of May if we pass this and we have no opportunity to do anything else. I suggest what the government should do now is listen to the the indicative vote process that happened on Wednesday and act with dignity and respect to this House with the indicative vote processes next week, and listen to what the public are also saying. Let's have a confirmatory vote. It is completely unfair that the Prime Minister can keep flogging the dead horse of her deal in this House as many times as she likes, but the public 3 years ago got one chance on all of these sunny uplands and broken promises that they were given in 2016. Let's get a confirmatory vote back to the people, let them back into this process, let them break the impasse in this Parliament, and if they so wish to continue to leave the European Union, and the Government and the Prime Minister is so confident in her deal, she will be confident of going to the British people and getting them to back it. And if they don't, we can maintain the best deal that we have at the moment, which is the deal as a fully fledged member of the European Union.
Priti Patel.